And welcome inside the Tripp Athletic Center in the campus of UMass-Dartmouth. Today we have the first game of two as part of a Little East Conference doubleheader this Saturday afternoon. It's women's college basketball action with a Little East Conference matchup between the UMass-Dartmouth Corsairs hosting the Vermont State University Castleton Spartans. This is Sal Lopez in the call today for the LEC Network, and welcome to the broadcast. UMass-Dartmouth ranked at number 32 in the D3Hoops.com poll, ranked at number 25 in the Women's Basketball Coaches Association poll for this week. 9-2 record for the Corsairs this season. They're 2-1 in Little East Conference play, currently at third place in the Little East. They're 4-1 on their home floor. UMass-Dartmouth looking to bounce back, coming off a loss against number 4 nationally ranked Rhode Island College, 69-31 on Thursday. Castleton, a record of 7-5 overall this season. The Spartans are 1-2 in Little East Conference play, currently sit at 7th in the Little East Conference. 4-1 record on the road for Castleton. Castleton's coming off a loss at home against Keene State, 58-46 on Wednesday. Today will be the 12th all-time meeting in the series between UMass-Dartmouth and Castleton. UMass-Dartmouth has dominated the all-time series, 10 victories and 1 loss dating back to 2013. UMass-Dartmouth won 10 straight games in a row against Castleton. Castleton won the first meeting at UMass-Dartmouth 70-62 back in 2013, but UMass-Dartmouth won 10 straight against the Spartans. The previous 3 meetings, though, have been decided by single digits. UMass-Dartmouth won 56-53 in 2022, and then 73-71 last year. Team is 62-56 as well in 2023. Last year, UMass-Dartmouth went 2-0 against Castleton. Game 1, UMass-Dartmouth won on January 14, 2023. And turnovers happened to be the difference maker in that game with a 73-71 victory. Kaylin Zalewski, she had a team-high 15 points. The first matchup last year against Castleton. The second game last year against Castleton, UMass-Dartmouth won 62-56 here at their home floor at the Tripp Athletic Center. Bench points was dominant for the Corsairs. They outnumbered Castleton in that favor 26-3. The difference maker happened to be perimeter shooting in that game, as Castleton was held to just 2 for 20 from the outside. UMass-Dartmouth 7 for 27 from three-point range when these two teams last met up last year on February 18, 2023. Both of these teams looking to bounce back. UMass-Dartmouth coming off a road loss at number 4 ranked Rick on Thursday, 69-31 the final score. Lowest point total this season for the Corsairs. And then Castleton coming off a home loss on Wednesday against Keene State, 58-46. So upcoming conference action between UMass-Dartmouth hosting Castleton in this matchup to begin 2024 for Little East Conference play. UMass-Dartmouth in the conference, 2-1 in the Little East. Castleton 1-2 in Little East Conference play. The Corsairs ranked at 32 in the nation in the D3Hoops.com poll, number 25 in the Women's Basketball Coaches Association poll, at 9-2 overall. Castleton a record of 7-5 overall. Upcoming here at the Tripp Athletic Center, couple moments we'll have National Anthem starting lineups next. Here at the Tripp Athletic Center, Sal Lopez today on the call on the LEC Network.
Welcome to the Tripp Athletic Center for today's NCAA Division III women's basketball game, featuring the visiting Vermont State University Castleton Spartans and your UMass-Dartmouth Corsairs. UMass-Dartmouth and the NCAA
And welcome inside the Tripp Athletic Center, the campus of UMass-Dartmouth. Today we have the first game of 2 as part of a Little East Conference doubleheader this Saturday afternoon. It's women's college basketball action to begin 2024 here. Little East Conference matchup, the second LEC Conference matchup of the new year for both of these teams. UMass-Dartmouth against Vermont State University Castleton today. Sal Lopez on the call on the LEC Network. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. UMass-Dartmouth overall record 9-2 right now as they are ranked at number 32, receiving votes in the D3Hoops.com poll. Number 25 in the Women's Basketball Coaches Association poll for the Corsairs. White jerseys, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters for UMass-Dartmouth. Castleton with the road green jerseys for this matchup as Castleton won the tip, raced up the floor, couldn't convert though, and Magro on the first shot attempt of the game. Andrews outside white side, pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stay Corsairs basketball. Castleton, a record of 7-5 overall this season. Currently 7th place in the Little East at 1-2 in the conference. They've done well though on the road this season so far. 4-1 on the road. Castleton coming off a loss at home against Keene State 58-46 on Wednesday. UMass-Dartmouth looking to bounce back as well as they scored a season-low 31 points in the loss against number 4 Rhode Island College on Thursday. Missed shot off the back rim, off the runner by DeMeo. Second possession now for the Spartans. Baseline dribble by Skylar Nolan, recorded their first start of the season today. Magro at the wing, guarded by DeMeo. Works her way downhill to the rim, up off the glass, scores. That is good for 2 by Elise Magro, the grad student guard from Rutland, Vermont. Magro leading the team this season, leading the Little East as well, averaging just under 21 points per game. At the low block, Andrews looking to pass it back outside, sends it into the hands of DeMeo. First minute of action so far today. Zalewski, her pass, tracked down the far side in the court of play by Andrews. Goes out to the perimeter, off to Levine, shot clock down to 5, the lob down low. White side double team, got it stripped, lost it out of bounds as a buzzer sounded. Shot clock violation charged to the Corsairs. So UMass-Dartmouth looking to shake off the cobwebs after Thursday night's loss against Rhode Island College. A season most 30 total turnovers. In the loss against Rick, they shot the ball 0 for 12 from three-point range. They enter that game top 10 in the nation in three-point shooting. Missed shot off the mark, no good by Magro. Rebound control by the team captain Zalewski. Up the floor finds the other captain Andrews. Nice pass down low, no good off the front rim, missed by Levine. And Castleton able to come away with the basketball. So slow start here for UMass-Dartmouth so far as they've been putting up points offensively. Over 80 entering this week. We're ranked 9th in the nation. Jumpers good at the baseline. Skylar Nolan, the first-year guard from Sunderland, Vermont, connects on it. 2 minutes into action so far. 4-zip for the Spartans from Vermont State University Castleton. Andrews turns the corner, drives downhill, right to the rim, scores up and in off the backboard. First basket today for UMass-Dartmouth. Tasia Andrews getting her 12th start of the season today. Second on the team in scoring entering this week, averaging above 12 points per game. Emily Adams kicks out to the corner, off to Magro, working on DeMeo. Out on top, here's a 3 straight away. Off the back rim, missed by Liz Bailey, rebounded for the Corsairs. Not too often Castleton will attempt threes as we have a turnover committed. It's going to go back to Castleton. So slow start here so far for the Corsairs. Castleton averaging just 12.4 three-point shot attempts per game. That is in the back of the Little East at 8th place in the conference. Bottom 30 in the nation in three-point shot attempts per game. We saw them attempt 1 in their last possession. The lob this time goes to Bailey. Moves it down underneath. The shot goes off the glass, no good, missed by Epler. Up the floor now. The Corsairs have it. Levine right to the rim, scores up and in off the backboard. It's good for 2, assisted by Tasia Andrews. Back-to-back layups now to tie it up 4 apiece. Around the perimeter with Stacia Epler, the sophomore from Cambridge, New York. A transfer from SUNY New Paltz. Magro has it once again. Magro moves it off to her teammate, blocked by Andrews. Adams still has it. Adams down low, back out to the corner. Magro working on Andrews, shot clock winding down. Couldn't get it off in time. That's a shot clock violation. So Castleton unaware there of the shot clock, as Magro, her shot release was after the buzzer sounded. A big defensive stop right there for UMass-Dartmouth. Zalewski has it around the perimeter, slides it off to her left to Levine. Into the hands to Whiteside, looking to see if she can get on the board. A top scorer this season, a Division I transfer from the University of Vermont, DeMeo. Dribbles up, drives inside a key, bounce pass to the corner. Shot clock down to 5 with Andrews. Andrews attacks inside the paint. There's contact there. She goes down, gets fouled. And this will be the first pair of free throws that we see today at the line as the clock stops with 5:50 left to go in the first. First personal foul picked up to Liz Bailey, the junior from West Rutland, Vermont. 2 shots here at the free throw line for Tasia Andrews. First one's good. Great sign to see there at the line by Tasia Andrews. She came into this week shooting just 57% at the free throw line. An odd number for a guard this season, considering 28 for 49 entering this week. Second free throw, able to get the bounce. So she makes them both now with the first lead of the game for the Corsairs, up 6-4. Liz Bailey out to the wing off to Epler. Tries a 3, missed off the back rim, tipped up. Castleton with the offensive rebound as Magro comes along with it. Magro, the top scorer in the conference, weaving her way through traffic, up off the glass, scores. 4 points out of the 6 so far by Elise Magro, the grad student from Rutland, Vermont. And she was named a Little East first team selection last season, same as 2021. Whiteside, entry pass down low, up and in off the backboard. She's on the board for the Division I transfer from the University of Vermont. Over 1,000 points scored in their high school career at Barnstable High School for Whiteside, as Castleton missed the shot down low, looking to push it up the floor. Underneath the hoop is DeMeo, outside Zalewski, out on top. Here's a 3 straight away. Got the bounce, that is good. Carly Whiteside from downtown drills the triple. Carly Whiteside, excellent season she has had for the 6'2" forward from Barnstable, Massachusetts. She was named Little East Conference Women's Basketball Player of the Week for Week 5 this season, averaging 15 points per game that week. 79% from the floor in a 2-win week over East Con and Plymouth State in early December in conference action. DeMeo downhill runner. Skipped around and out with a rebound controlled by Skylar Nolan for Castleton. 4:15 left to go in the first. After a slow start for the Corsairs, they've led ever since. Deflected, intercepted. Andrews out to the races. Nobody to beat. Gets the easy layup. And a timeout taken to the floor by head coach Kathleen Payne of Castleton. 13-6 right now. The Corsairs able to get on a monstrous run after a slow start in this game, as they are now on an 11-2 run as of late, as we have a timeout taken on the floor. 4:05 left to go in the first. 7-point advantage for the Corsairs. First timeout of the game. We'll be back in a couple moments on the LEC Network. Back from the timeout, 4:05 left to go in the first quarter. Both of these teams have played one opponent in common this season. That happened to be the number 4 ranked team in the nation, Rhode Island College. Both of these teams lost against Rick Castleton on December the 2nd. UMass-Dartmouth started off the new year with a loss on Thursday. Both of these teams looking to bounce back. Castleton back from the timeout. Magro with 4 to 6 so far, deflected out of bounds by Andrews. Both of these teams identical records last season as well overall. 17-10 for UMass-Dartmouth. They finished 12-4 Little East Conference play, third last year in the conference. Right now the Corsairs currently sit at number 3 as well this season. Castleton, 17-10 overall record as well last year. Winning record in conference play at 9-7. Off the mark, missed the second shot, battle for the rebound, and Zalewski, nice job to track it down, poked away by Levine. Up the floor here, Andrews, one defender to beat, sneaks around, up and in off the glass, scores right past Liz Bailey to the cup. Tasia Andrews, excellent start by her. She's got more than half of the points so far on the board, 8 out of the 15 for the Corsairs. Bailey, tough shot, no good, contested at the free throw circle. And we see here Tia Petaway with the basketball. First time on the floor today for Petaway, the transfer from the University of Bridgeport. Corsairs lost it though out of bounds, so we'll go back to Castleton. The transfer portal, key in the offseason for UMass-Dartmouth. They've been built on transfers this year. Carly Whiteside, the top scorer, a Division I transfer from the University of Vermont. Amaris Mills, also a Division I transfer from St. Peter's University out in New Jersey. That name might sound familiar because back in the 2022 NCAA tournament, St. Peter's upset Kentucky to 15-2. Missed shot by Castleton. Whiteside outside. Goes to Petaway, another transfer from the University of Bridgeport. Levine takes the 3 at the wing. Off the mark, no good. Had a pretty good look at it as Castleton came down with a rebound with Epler. Magro. Jumper, mid-range, connects on it. Elise Magro, 4th in all-time program history in scoring. She entered this week with 1,440 points in her Castleton career. Levine, top of the free throw circle. Looking to see if they can space out the floor. Goes out to the wing to Andrews. Andrews with 8 of the 15. Andrews attacks downhill. Couldn't finish though, underneath the hoop it went, hit the netting, missed the layup. Approaching the 2-minute mark left to go in the first. Liz Bailey, her bounce pass, tried to thread the needle. Castleton came down with it. Off the glass, missed shot by Adams. As we have a foul here picked up on the floor. It's going to be charged to Castleton on the loose ball. This will go back to the Corsairs. So UMass-Dartmouth looking to get back to their efficient ways in this game. Castleton trying to limit the Corsairs in this matchup, and that's been one of the keys for Castleton this season. Castleton allowing opponents to shoot around 22% from three-point range. That's the top perimeter defense in the Little East, top 20 in the nation for Castleton. UMass-Dartmouth came into the week top 10 in the nation in three-point shooting at over 36% before their game on Thursday. So Emily Adams picked up the loose ball foul. Under 2 minutes left to go now in the first. Whiteside, top of the free throw circle. Hand off to Casey Oliver to transfer for Western New England, called in the travel. So 5 transfers making up this team. Oliver, another transfer. Jalen Levine, a former transfer during her career from Division II Post University out in Waterbury, Connecticut. And also a new transfer at midseason they got from Division III Utica University. Christina Negron on the team. A new transfer from the Empire 8 Conference at midseason. Jamima Joseph checks onto the floor first time today, replaces Carly Whiteside. Castleton down by 7, gets the basketball. Magro. She's got 6 of the 8 so far. Jumper at the baseline, missed off the mark by Epler. Rebound control by Zalewski. Out of the pack, pushing it ahead. Euro step, kick out to the corner. Open 3 by Mills. Off the back rim, no good. Battle for the rebound as there's a scrum for the basketball right here. Tie up on the floor. Possession arrow stays to the Corsairs. Before their Thursday game, they've been averaging over 80 points per game for UMass-Dartmouth. Top 15 in the nation with a field goal shooting percentage just under 45%. Right now shooting 6 for 11 from the floor. Jumper's good. Right at the free throw circle. Morris Mills drills the 2. Mills, a Division I transfer from St. Peter's University out of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, putting up above 10 points per game. One of multiple players on the team averaging double figures a season. Swoosh. Elise Magro drills the deep two, another a minute left to go. She's got 80% of the points so far for the Spartans, the top scorer in the conference. Zalewski, baseline dribble, up and in, spins around, goes in for the layup. Great to see Kaylin Zalewski able to get going now. Her first made basket today for the senior captain from Johnston, Rhode Island. This game starting to pick up in the scoring. Nice find down low, the layup. That's Ariana Coombs, her first basket made as Elise Magro records the assist. Mills passes left corner, open three in the air, they got it. That is Petaway off to Mills. Morris Mills drills the three. 10-point lead now for UMass-Dartmouth. Great ball movement on the outside as Petaway recorded the assist. Magro off to the corner to Moore. Moore floats up a tough shot, hit the side of the glass, came back up with it. And at the buzzer, off the glass again, no good. We close out at the end of the first. 22-12, UMass-Dartmouth leads against Castleton to the first quarter of action here at the Tripp Athletic Center today. And Little East Conference play. Excellent start so far by the Corsairs, led by Tasia Andrews. 8 points for her. Carly Whiteside with 5, drilling a 3. 5 points as well, making a corner 3 by Morris Mills. Kaylin Zalewski has 2, Jalen Levine with 2 as well. The Corsairs, a solid start in this game as they are up 22-12. First quarter of action complete. We'll be back in a couple moments for quarter number 2 on the LEC Network. (22-12) the score as we welcome you back to action here, start of the second quarter. Sal Lopez today on the call on the LEC Network. Excellent start offensively for UMass-Dartmouth right now as they are shooting the ball 9 for 15 from the floor, 60% in the first quarter of action. Elise Magro, 8 points out of the 12 so far, leading the way for Castleton. Also has recorded an assist as well. They turned it over their first possession. Downhill off the drive, missed the layup, no good by Mills. The rebound went to Emily Adams, the sophomore from Noseburg, Vermont. Maggie McKieran, first time on the floor today. Corner 3, missed off the mark, no good by Magro. Offensive rebound in the corners, they were trapped, able to get it away though, the runner. Able to get the bounce, it is good for 2 by Emily Adams. Adams with a career-high 10 points against SUNY Potsdam back on November 17th. Zalewski fires a 3. Missed off the back rim, so it goes back to Castleton. Zalewski is having an excellent season from three-point range this year. Top 15 in the nation, shooting just under 46% from the perimeter entering this week. Here's a turnover. Great job to keep the dribble alive by Mills. Zalewski off to Joseph around the perimeter. 8-point cushion here for the Corsairs. And a turnover as that was bobbled off the fingertips by Mills. Then we'll go back to Castleton. So for Castleton, 9 players on the roster. Small roster for them, but having an excellent year right now. 7-5 record for the Spartans. Projected to finish in 4th place in the Little East Conference preseason coaches poll released all the way back in October. The players from the region around Vermont, 7 players from the state of Vermont, 1 player each from Maine and New York. A turnover by Castleton. Mills outside to the wing, Zalewski. Zalewski passes down low, Joseph. Joseph backs her way low post, turned it over though. And here goes Castleton up the floor. Adams makes the pass ahead. At the rim, the layup made by Stacia Epler for the sophomore from Cambridge, New York. Epler, a transfer from SUNY New Paltz, third in the team, averaging around 9 points per game this season. Joseph, jumper, low block, connects on it. Jamima Joseph now on the board, a first made field goal today. Missed shot at the rim by Magro, got it back. Second chance though, able to drop it through, good for two. And she's keeping her team alive right now, hanging in this one, down by 6 for Castleton. Elise Magro, the top scorer, top 35 in the nation, first in the Little East in points per game. There's a block. Liz Bailey comes up with a rejection, and here goes Castleton quick up the floor. Second chance going up to get fouled. And 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Emily Adams, the sophomore from Noseburg Falls, Vermont. First personal foul picked up by Amaris Mills for UMass-Dartmouth. So we'll see 2 free throws here at the line for Emily Adams for Castleton, as we have a substitution here for UMass-Dartmouth. Tia Petaway heading towards the bench. Tasia Andrews comes in for the Corsairs. Both of these teams so far able to go up and down on the floor against one another. The first free throw is good. So Adams came into this game 10 for 14 at the free throw line this season. For Castleton, able to win the games that they needed to win. No bad losses on their schedule. 6 of their 7 victories against opponents with a losing record this season. Second free throw missed off the front rim. Wins over the University of Maine Farmington, Plattsburgh State, Colby Sawyer, VTSU Linden, Westcon, and Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute for those victories this year for Castleton. A hook shot missed off the mark by Zalewski as it spud out. And Castleton only down by 5, hanging in. They were trailing by double digits. There's a turnover. 2-on-1 in the fast break here. Andrews stays in the court of play off to Zalewski. Lob down low, finds Whiteside, and a reach-in foul picked up, charged to Bailey. That's her second personal foul right now, picked up by Liz Bailey, the junior from West Rutland, Vermont. That's big foul trouble right now in this game because she's the number 2 scorer and the top rebounder as well this season for Castleton. Inbound to Joseph. Fires the pass Whiteside, outside to the wing. Here's a 3, swoosh. Amaris Mills drills the triple. Great ballman right there, into out, working out for the favor for the Corsairs, and Mills tied for the top score today. She's up to 8 points now. Adams, baseline drive at the corner, off the rim, got rejected, was Skylar Nolan. Corsairs looking to get up by double digits once again. Zalewski, kick to the corner, 3 in the air, off the mark by Mills. As Castleton comes down with it. Just above 6 minutes left to go now in the second. Thought about the jumper at the free throw circle. Coombs dribbles back out to the perimeter. Hand off to Moore. Moore floats up the shot over Mills and connects on it for the 2. So right now, hanging in a 6-point game. First made field goal today by Catherine Moore on the board. Andrews, outside Mills. Mills at the top of the key. She's got 8, same as Andrews. Zalewski launches a 3. Off the back rim, misfired. Double-digit scoring machine this season for the Corsairs. Turnaround jumper is good, though, for Castleton. Ariana Coombs, the first here, 4 from West Rutland, Vermont, up to 4 points now. Whiteside, Andrews, Petaway, Zalewski, DeMeo, and Mills, all averaging over 10 points per game entering this game. That's five guards and 1 forward, with Whiteside. 6 players double figures this season for the Corsairs. Intercepted, jumping the route by Adams. And on the far side of the floor, we'll have a transition foul here picked up to the Corsairs, charged to Mills. Emily Adams, great job to pick off that pass like a defensive back. Castleton averaging above 8 steals per game this season as a team. For Castleton, the key for them this year has been rebounding. They've been an excellent rebounding team this season for Castleton. have another foul picked up. Charged to Zalewski. That's her first personal foul today, charged to Zalewski. And this will be 2 free throws coming up at the line here for Elise Magro. So right now, Magro already in double figures with 10. First free throw bounces in. And she's had an excellent season as well when it's come down to free throws. Entering this week, 52 out of 60 at the free throw line at 86.7%. Splits them there, though. She ranks second in the Little East in free throws, top 40 in the nation. DeMeo outside to Zalewski. Zalewski swings it off to DeMeo. Under 5 minutes left to go, turns it over. Magro came up with a steal. It's only a 3-point lead, looking to cut it once again for Castleton. A jumper deep two. They drill it. Ariana Coombs, it's only a 1-point game. Timeout taken on the floor by Matt Ducharme of UMass-Dartmouth. 27-26 right now, with 4:38 left to go before halftime. And Castleton coming on a run right now to close win and 1 after being down by double digits. We take the timeout on the floor. We'll be back in a couple moments on the LEC Network. (27-26). UMass-Dartmouth leads by 1 here at the Tripp Athletic Center. As we welcome you back into action. 4:38 left to go before halftime. Sal Lopez today on the call on the LEC Network. First game out of 2, part of a doubleheader here from North Dartmouth, Mass. The men's basketball program for UMass-Dartmouth will be taking on VTSU Castleton later today. That will tip off around 2 p.m. Andrews outside. DeMeo, they move it around the perimeter off to Zalewski. Top of the key, Levine. 4:20 left to go now in the second. DeMeo drives towards her left, finds Levine, pushes it to the corner. Andrews dribbles inside the key, gets past the defense, no good. Offensive rebound, Whiteside going up, gets fouled. And she'll have 2 coming up at the charity stripe for Carly Whiteside. That's only the second offensive rebound of the game right now for UMass-Dartmouth. Castleton on the offensive glass in their favor, 7-2 right now in offensive rebounds, and it's those second chance opportunities that's allowed Castleton to creep back in this game as they lead that number 7-2. First free throw good by Whiteside. Second one missed off the front rim. Whiteside with 9 games in double figures this season. Loose ball in the corner. Castleton looking to cross midcourt, they will. Moore outside to the perimeter, off to Skylar Nolan. Dribbles up, bounce pass underneath, and they get the foul as well. Ariana Coombs and 1 coming up at the free throw line as Castleton ties it up. Castleton was trailing by 10 at one point, 22-12, and here they are, a chance to take the lead. And the free throw is good. 29-28 with another 4 minutes left to go before halftime. The first lead since 1:50 into action for Castleton, as here's a steal by the Spartans. Castleton led 4-0 in the first minute plus of action. Magro, kiss off the glass, scores up and in off the backboard. Castleton on a big run right now as they lead by 3. UMass-Dartmouth just looking for something here offensively. Levine outside finds Andrews. Back to the top goes to Levine. Andrews lob to Whiteside, double teamed and swatted out of bounds. Last touch by the Spartans. We have a substitution here for UMass-Dartmouth. Tia Petaway will check into the game as she replaces DeMeo right now on the floor. Inside, Whiteside, jumper, deep two, no good. Off the mark by Petaway, and a loose ball foul going in the direction here of Castleton. And that's number 5, so this will send Castleton at the free throw line, will shoot 2 in the bonus. Second personal foul picked up by Zalewski. Zalewski with just 2 so far in his first half, and Zalewski has to come out of the game right now. First shot missed at the free throw line for Castleton. Second one's good by Ariana Coombs. So she's been off to a strong game lately, up to double figures now with 10 points. A big second quarter by Ariana Coombs, got that and one a couple moments ago. UMass-Dartmouth under 3 minutes left to play. Number 25 in the Women's Basketball Coaches Association poll, D3 in the Women's D3Hoops.com poll, and looking to see if they can start to get something going. They do. Right to the shoot, that's good. Tasia Andrews off the catch, drills the triple. Needing a spark from the perimeter, they just got it. For the Corsairs, now 4 for 9 from downtown in this game, and that's been the go-to this season for UMass-Dartmouth. Top 10 in the nation entering this week with a three-point shooting percentage above 36%. Missed shot. Levine with the rebounds. And in the backcourt here, we have a foul picked up, charged to Castleton, their third as a team. Now will be charged to Catherine Moore on the floor. 13 points so far by Elise Magro, the top scorer of the game for Castleton. Ariana Coombs with 10. Right now it's Tasia Andrews, the lone player in double figures with 11. Right now for UMass-Dartmouth, and this will be 2 at the free throw line by Whiteside. First one's good. Second shot's good. That's going to be a key as we go throughout the course of this game, trying to get Carly Whiteside going throughout this matchup, as she has 3 double-doubles this season for the D1 transfer from the University of Vermont. Career high 25 points and 17 rebounds in the win over the University of St. Joseph, Connecticut to close out 2023 on New Year's Eve. Whiteside, she drilled a 3 earlier in this game. On top goes to Andrews, just made the last 3, stolen away by Magro. Magro third in all-time program history in steals. It's a travel though. That erases away to 2 by Castleton. It will go back to UMass-Dartmouth. Elise Magro with a couple big games this season. Got 10 games at double figures, scored 28 points alongside 5 steals in the victory over Plattsburgh State. The runner, swoosh. That is good by Casey Oliver, the sophomore guard from Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Skylar Nolan out to the perimeter, into the hands to Epler. Epler slides it off to her left to Magro. Down to 1:35 left to go before halftime. Magro past Oliver. Downhill pass. Whiteside to the rim. Drops it in with a left-handed layup. Elise Magro, 4th all-time in program history in scoring at Castleton. 3rd all-time in program history in steals. And 5th all-time program history in assists right now. Having a big first half with 15, the game leader. Runner inside off the front rim. No good. Putback chance. Whiteside gets fouled. So Carly Whiteside back to the free throw line. Targets Ariana Coombs. Coombs picks up her 2nd personal foul. Excellent season so far for UMass-Dartmouth. 9-2 record. They've won 2 non-conference tournaments as champions this season. 2023 La France Hospitality Tournament champions on November 18th, November 19th. Wins over Emerson and number 18 ranked Smith College. Smith went to the Final Four last year. And then last weekend, they won the Smith Holiday Tournament over in Northampton, Mass. Wins over Dickinson, University of Pennsylvania, and the University of St. Joseph, Connecticut. Both of those wins were by 7. The free throws go down at the line by Whiteside. 3-point lead, final minute left to go before halftime. And it's in. plus the foul. Emily Adams, strong drive right there to the cup with a chance to tie it up. She's got 5 points right now for Emily Adams. Adams entered this game 10 for 14 at the free throw line. Career high. 10 points against SUNY Potsdam on November 17th. Free throw is good. We are tied 37-all right now. Both of these teams identical records overall last season at 17-10. Castleton, just 9 players in the roster hanging in right now in this game. Whiteside, underneath, kick to the corner. They move it on top. Levine, sliding off left corner perimeter. Oliver to the rim, gets fouled. And there'll be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here for UMass-Dartmouth with Casey Oliver. The first personal foul charge to Stacia Epler today. So Oliver playing a critical role minutes-wise so far in this game off the bench. 2 points for her so far, looking to add to it. First one's good. 7 for 10 this season at the free throw line for Oliver. Second one's good. 2-point advantage right now for the Corsairs in a packed score in first half of action. Castleton playing desperate. 1-2 in Little East Conference play, 7th in the conference. UMass-Dartmouth looking to bounce back as they are 9-2 overall, 2-1 in Little East Conference play, sitting at 3rd in the conference. Off the back rim, the missed shot by Adams. Shot clock turned off, final 20 seconds. Andrews inside, oh nice move. Sneaking around up and under. It is good for 2 by Tasia Andrews as she's the top scorer for the Corsairs with 13. 8 seconds left to go before half. Magro has it at the edge of the midcourt logo. Working on Andrews, takes the shot. Missed off the front iron. We close out going to halftime. 41-37. And a close and competitive first half of action. UMass-Dartmouth led as many by 10 points at one point in the first half, but Castleton able to battle back. Castleton took a brief lead as we have been going back and forth to the final whistle to close out the first half of action for the Spartans right now, hanging in this game on the road against UMass-Dartmouth. Top scorer at halftime, that is for Castleton. Elise Magro, 15 total points on 7 for 12 shooting, alongside the top rebounder with 5 rebounds. 10 points by Amelia Coombs so far for Castleton. UMass-Dartmouth, 2 players in double figures. Excellent start to the first half for Tasia Andrews. She's got 13 on 5 for 7 shooting from the floor. And then 10 points by Carly Whiteside. She's a perfect 2 for 2, but her go-to has been at the free throw line today. 5 for 6 at the charity stripe for Carly Whiteside. Also the team leader with 5 rebounds. Castleton hanging in this game because they lead 7-3 in the offensive glass. Second chance points, 7-5 right now for Castleton. UMass-Dartmouth, 4 made threes. Castleton with 0 made threes. Those 3-point shots really helping out the Corsairs in the first half of action. We close out at the end of the first half. UMass-Dartmouth leads by 4, 41-37. We'll be back another 14 minutes from now for the second half on the LEC Network. And welcome back inside the Trip Athletic Center, the campus of UMass-Dartmouth. Sal Lopez today in the call on the LEC Network. Close competitive game in the first half of action. UMass-Dartmouth leads 41-37 against Castleton here at halftime. And Elise Magro, the top scorer for Castleton, 15 points on 7 for 12 shooting. She is the top scorer in the conference this season for Magro. 10 points by Ariana Coombs as well. She is more than tripling her season average of just over 3 points per game with those 10 points in the first half. That's on a perfect 4 for 4 from the floor by Coombs. For UMass-Dartmouth, they got 2 players in double figures at halftime. 13 points by Tasia Andrews, 10 points by Carly Whiteside. For Andrews, it's been the ability to get downhill on the Castleton defense, able to score easy layups. Whiteside has gone to the free throw line on 3 separate occasions where she is 5 for 6 today at the free throw line. Also the top scorer with 5 points as well for Whiteside. But for Castleton in this game, hanging in there because they lead the offensive rebound number 7-3. Also, they are up on the second chance points as well, 7-5. But UMass-Dartmouth looking to see if they can shake the cobwebs out of their team right now with the turnovers. 10 turnovers in the first half of action for the Corsairs. And another key is trying to see if they can get some of their key players going, like Kaylin Zalewski right now. She only has 2 points. Also, Melanie DeMeo and Tia Petaway yet to score. Both DeMeo and Petaway enter this game averaging double figures. UMass-Dartmouth with 6 players averaging double figures scoring this season. Today just 2 at halftime. Currently, Amaris Mills giving quality minutes. She's played 7 minutes. She scored 8 points as well on 2 made threes. And the 3-point shots have really helped out the Corsairs in the first half. That's been their bread and butter this season for UMass-Dartmouth. Before their game on Thursday for UMass-Dartmouth, they ranked at 8th in the nation in 3-point shooting percentage this season at 36.2%. Now Castleton, interesting battle here because Castleton with their perimeter defense ranked top 20 in the nation entering this week, allowing opponents to shoot 22% from 3. For Castleton, they don't shoot the 3 often. Right now, they're 0 for 5 today from 3. UMass-Dartmouth 4 for 9 at 44% from the perimeter. So, perimeter shooting free throws really helping out the cause for the Corsairs here in the first half, where UMass-Dartmouth's able to make the most out of their opportunities at the free throw line, 9 for 10 at the charity stripe so far in this game. One other game going down in Little East Conference play at the moment. At halftime between Southern Maine and Eastern Connecticut State. Southern Maine with a big lead there, 47-24 against EastCon. So right now Eastern Connecticut State winless, or that is Western Connecticut State. Southern Maine taking on Western Connecticut State in that game. WestCon winless in the conference at 0-4 as UMass-Dartmouth will take on WestCon on Saturday, next Saturday. And also they have Southern Maine the game before that on Thursday. So, we're about to start the third quarter of action here. It'll be UMass-Dartmouth basketball first. Zalewski on the floor with DeMeo, Levine, Whiteside, and Andrews starting off the third quarter of action here for the Corsairs. DeMeo, scoreless in the first half, 0 for 2 from the floor, looking to see if she can change that in a second. Moves it off to her right. Andrews, out fake, dribbles baseline, got rejected by the side of the glass there. She was trying to pass it off to Whiteside, results in turnover number 11. Castleton first possession. Castleton took a brief lead in the second quarter, and they scored down low. So that is Liz Bailey, and Liz Bailey, the number 2 scorer, top rebounder, held to just 2 points in the first half now. 2 for 4 shooting up to 4. Whiteside takes a 3, makes the 3 from downtown. It's good by Carly Whiteside. Third made triple today by Whiteside. Key from the perimeter for the 6'2" forward from Barnstable, Massachusetts, having some monster games this season. Career high 25 points alongside 17 rebounds against the University of St. Joseph, Connecticut on New Year's Eve. Kicked ball violation. It will stay Castleton ball. Castleton down by 5 here, making the trek. 4-hour and 15-minute drive from the New York-Vermont border for this matchup today. Elise Magro off the inbound score. She's got 17 right now, the top scorer in the game. closing in on their season average for Magro, averaging just under 21. DeMeo, bounce pass off to Levine, turns the corner, missed the mark to Whiteside. It's a turnover. So tough pass right there. She just rushed it for Jalen Levine. Too tall on the lob off to Whiteside. And these are things that they're trying to shake out of their system. Season most 30 turnovers on Thursday in the loss against Rick. There's one that they forced, deflected as DeMeo comes up with it. Outside Whiteside, thought about the three, will hand it off though to DeMeo. DeMeo drives downhill, kick to the corner. Open three, Zalewski. Halfway down, no good. Whiteside going up, no call with the referees. Some contact right there. Castleton on the break, and they'll head to the free throw line with Skylar Nolan. Castleton could have this game tied if they made all their free throws. Right now as a team, they're 5 for 8 for Castleton. Tasia Andrews picks up her first personal foul. Skylar Nolan, 2 free throws here. Nolan with 2 so far. First trip today at the free throw line. First one's good. They cut it at 2. It's been an up and down season for Castleton. 4-4 record their first 8 games, and a win-loss trend for their first 8 games of the season. They went on a 3-game winning streak from December 6th through December 30th, and also they've played well on the road. It hasn't fazed them this season, but Castleton with a 4-1 road record as they trail by 1. Zalewski bounce pass underneath as she finds Whiteside. Up off the glass, scores for 2. 15 points now by Carly Whiteside, the top scorer for the Corsairs. Magro up the floor. She's got 17 for the game leader for Castleton. Adams around the perimeter, guarded by Levine, dribbles towards her right. Hand off to Magro towards her left. Turns the corner. Magro, 15-footer, connects on it. 19 points right now for the grad student from Rutland, Vermont, keeping her team in this game for the 2021 and 2023 Little East first team all-conference selection. Elise Magro right back with a layup. That is good. At the rim by Kaylin Zalewski. Zalewski with just 4 so far, looking to see if she can have a big second half. Able to stay in bounds, and it went off of Castleton now. Great deflection as it goes right off of Emily Adams as she was out of bounds. She saved it, but it went deflected off the UMass-Dartmouth defense back at Adams, out of bounds. That was a key heads-up play right there for the Corsairs. Clearly seeing that Emily Adams was well far enough away from the hoop, out of bounds. Top of the key, Andrews. Out to the perimeter, Zalewski. Zalewski looking to heat up, pro hop. Called him to travel inside the key. UMass-Dartmouth looking to see if they can begin the start here of an eventual winning streak for them. Right now they've lost 1 in the last game against Rick on Thursday, and there's a fine down low off to Magro. Uncharacteristic missed shot though off the cutter underneath. Winning streaks of 5 straight victories and 4 straight seasons, 4 straight wins before their loss on Thursday. Missed 3 by Zalewski, and she's been able to get into a groove this season from 3, but today just trouble finding her shots. There's the jumper, goes down for the perimeter by Stasia Epler as we are tied at 48. Andrews downhill, blocked by Bailey on the bounce. It'll stay Corsairs ball. Castleton right now really showing something in this game currently. Projected to finish 4th in the Little East Conference preseason poll. Corner 3. No good. Offensive rebound, Whiteside. Andrews underneath. Goes up, and she gets fouled. Knocked down hard by Andrews. She gets helped out to her feet here. 6:02 left to go now in the third in the tie game. That's the 3rd personal foul now picked up by Liz Bailey today. Good to see Andrews is okay. Walks to the free throw line on her own power here. Will shoot 2, and she's been key in today's game. 13 points now. Looking to break the tie. And she does. First free throw, good. At the line, perfect. 3 for 3 now by Tasia Andrews. Second one's good. 15 points by Andrews, 15 by Whiteside. That's how the 30 out of the 50 have been combined so far this game by the Corsairs. Magro, she's got 19, the game leader. Out to the wing. Here's a 3 by Epler. Rips it through for the triple by Castleton as they take the lead. First lead by Castleton since they were leading in the 30s in this game. Deflected off the hands of Andrews. Got it back, puts it up, puts it through. It's good for 2. Up and in off the backboard, plus the foul. 17 points now by Tasia Andrews as she ties the season high, and she'll shoot 1 coming up at the free throw line. Efficient season this year for Andrews, shooting above 52% from the floor. Today she's 5 for 7. One shot here by Andrews. Missed off the back rim. Comes up with her own rebound. Shoveled it off to Whiteside and knocked loose out of bounds by Castleton. So the Corsairs will keep this basketball here. Inbound underneath as it sails over to Levine. Whiteside down low. Lost it. Battle for the loose ball. Picked up though in the corner by Andrews. Mills. Dribbles up, mid-block. Now back out to the perimeter, Andrews. Shot clock down to 5, Mills. Whiteside has to get it off. Around and out. Tough defense by Castleton inside the interior. And a blocking foul picked up by Zalewski. That will be her 3rd. So this will result in 2 free throws coming up here. Out of the transition play, and Zalewski now in some foul trouble. Zalewski will substitute out of the game. Casey Oliver comes back in to replace Zalewski right now, and this will be 2 shots here. Epler, first one is good. Two and 1 conference record for UMass-Dartmouth this season. Wins over Eastern Connecticut State 92-54. Also, Plymouth State, they won 84-49. Both of those games back in December. Lost against number 4 ranked Rhode Island College on Thursday, 69-31. Castleton 1-2 for their conference schedule so far this season for the Spartans. Oliver, off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound chance, no good off the putback. Opportunity by Mills. Past the midway mark of this 3rd quarter. Castleton, 1-point advantage. Bounce pass underneath and missed the wide open layup. It was no good by Coombs. Came up with her own rebound though. Outside finds Magro. Looks to slow it down. 19 points by Magro. Magro at the top. Threats the needle on the pass. Missed another layup from point blank range. No good by Epler. Couple opportunities there for Castleton, couldn't convert. Oliver, backdoor cutter. Andrews knocked down and fouled. She's been taking the shot so far today in this game. Couple times she's gone down hard. That time, Emily Adams picks up the personal foul. And we will have a timeout taken as well on the floor. Castleton, 1-point lead in Little East Conference play against UMass-Dartmouth, 53-52, with 4:09 left to go. And the 3rd quarter of action. We'll be back in a couple of moments on the LEC Network. 53-52, Castleton leads by 1 with 4:09 left to go in the third quarter. Castleton exploding for 16 points right now in this third quarter, outscoring UMass-Dartmouth 16-11 in the third. Castleton, by the way, is perfect from the perimeter right now, 2 for 2 from the outside by the Spartans here in the third quarter. They went into halftime 0 for 5 from three-point range. Corsairs off the inbound, wide open corner three. Off the mark, no good, missed by Mills. They drew it up perfectly, just couldn't execute though off the inbound. 19 points by Elise Magro, the grad student from Rutland, Vermont, the top scorer. Skylar Nolan off the spin move, missed off the back rim. Whiteside collects the defensive board. Double-double now for Carly Whiteside, up to 15 points and 10 rebounds. So that's double-double number 4 this season by Whiteside. Oliver towards her left, finds Mills around the perimeter, dribbles up, lost the handle, turns it over. Castleton with a steal, up the floor, and the layup's good. Downhill to the rim, it's made by Stacia Epler, the sophomore guard from Cambridge, New York, and the Corsairs just turned it over for the 14th time. Looking to see if they can settle it down. Down by 3 for UMass-Dartmouth. Andrews drives inside the paint. Andrews up underneath. Floats it up, scores, rattles in. It's good for 2. Great ability today to get downhill inside the paint by Tasia Andrews, as she has now gotten 19 points as well. Coombs responsible for 10 in the first half. Still with 10 currently in this game. Magro looking to see if she can surpass her season average. On the wing, it goes over to Epler. Back to Magro. Shot clock down to 5, launches the 3. Missed off the back rim. Andrews secures the defensive board. 10 straight victories by UMass-Dartmouth against Castleton. Both of the previous games last year rather close though. UMass-Dartmouth won 56-53 in 2022, 73-71 in 2023. The previous game, a 6-point win by UMass-Dartmouth, 62-56. Carly Whiteside, great footwork right there off the pivot, scores up and in off the backboard. 17 and 10 so far today by Whiteside. 2 minutes left to go in a 1-point game. In the third quarter, Coombs missed a jumper, defensive rebound hauled away. But it got given away right back to Castleton. And the Spartans with another opportunity right now. Coombs back around the perimeter. Into the hands to Magro. Magro working on Levine off the screen, shoots the 3, open up the bank, that is good. They'll count it as a deep 2 as her foot was on the 3-point line. 21 right now for Elise Magro, the grad student from Rutland, Vermont. Andrews, a lot of contact, going up, got it. And one coming up at the free throw line as well for Tasia Andrews. Big time, a layup made right there with a head full of steam down to the rim by Andrews. Responds with 21 points in this game right now. Tied for the top scorer alongside Elise Magro of Castleton with 21. Andrews, 9th game this season, scoring in double figures. Surpassing her season high of 17 against Bridgewater State and Smith. Creeping up on her career high, which is 28 against Plymouth State last season. One shot here by Andrews. Missed off the back rim. Battle for the rebound. Castleton able to track it down. Spartans down by 1, under a minute 20 left to go in the third. They missed the layup. Wide open by Adams, couldn't convert on it, and it goes in the UMass-Dartmouth direction. The Corsairs will slow it down up the floor. Joseph, spin move, inside, whistled on the travel. So everything going their way right there with momentum on that possession to take a 3 or a 4-point advantage on either a 2 or a 3 and called in the travel, and that's now their 16th turnover of the game right now for UMass-Dartmouth. Just 10 by Castleton today. Final minute left to play in the third. Castleton trailing by 1. They've lost 10 straight against the Corsairs. Almost lost the basketball there. And a bump around the perimeter. Andrews picks up the personal foul. And that'll be the second personal foul today, charged to Andrews. Castleton's played UMass-Dartmouth extremely close, though, in the previous 3. Combined 11 points between the two teams in the previous 3 meetings. Out to the corner. Jumper deep 2 at the free throw circle. Missed the mark by Bailey, and the rebound secured by Pettaway. Tia Pettaway scoreless today, 0 for 3 shooting. She scored a buzzer beater to close out the 3rd quarter against Emerson back in mid-November, the first game of the LaFrance tournament. Pettaway, under 20 seconds left to go. Here's a 3 at the wing. It's good. Open up the bank right there for UMass-Dartmouth. Amaris Mills drills the triple. Mills with double figures now for number 11. She has got 11 on the scoreboard. Missed shot off the glass, no good by Castleton. And the 3 at the buzzer comes up short. We close out at the end of the 3rd. 61-57, UMass-Dartmouth, a 4-point advantage. As we're about to enter the final 10 minutes of action here, coming up in the 4th quarter, as we have closed out on the 3rd. Tasia Andrews taking over this game. She has got 21 points on 80% shooting from the floor. Top scorer today right now for UMass-Dartmouth, 17 points alongside 10 rebounds for a double-double by Carly Whiteside, as it marks Whiteside's 4th double-double of the season. Andrews, by the way, with a season-high 21. Amaris Mills just made the last 3. She has got 11 for the Corsairs. Elise Magro keeping her team in the game, 21 points on 10 for 18 shooting alongside 8 rebounds for Castleton. 12 points by Stacia Epler, 10 points by Ariana Coombs. We close out at the end of the 3rd. UMass-Dartmouth, 4-point advantage against Castleton, 61-57. We'll be back upcoming for the 4th quarter on the LEC Network. Castleton right now playing UMass-Dartmouth close as we welcome you back to action here inside the Tripp Athletic Center. The first game out of 2 today here, part of a women's and men's basketball doubleheader upcoming after this one. We'll be back live between UMass-Dartmouth versus Castleton. The men's basketball game tip-off scheduled for around 2 p.m. Castleton with the first possession here to start off the 4th. Kick to the corner. 3 in the air, no good. Spud out, it was missed by Epler. 2-possession lead for the Corsairs, looking to build off of it. Pettaway to the cup. Missed the layup, offensive rebound, Joseph. Andrews, a nice find down low, goes to Joseph. She scores up and in off the glass, plus the foul. Tasia Andrews doing everything today for her team right there. She records the assist. Jamima Joseph gets the bucket. And Joseph up to 4 points now. Right now will shoot 1 at the free throw line. Joseph key as well in that offensive rebound to keep the possession alive. Joseph averaging 2 offensive rebounds per game this season as well, coming off the bench. The free throw missed by Joseph. 6-point advantage now for the Corsairs. Pressured. Goes to the free throw circle here with Bailey. Bailey draws a double team. UMass-Dartmouth picking up the defensive effort here to Florida. Missed shot by Epler. And the Corsairs will see if they can keep on pushing it. They want to play their best quarter right here to close out this game with a win on their home floor. Searching for their first victory of 2024 to begin the new year. Pettaway, scoreless so far today. Looking to change that. Floats up the runner. Swash. She has got it. She's on the board for Tia Pettaway, the sophomore guard from Middletown, Connecticut. Pettaway named Little East Conference Women's Basketball Rookie of the Week for Week 2 this season. She averaged above 13 points per game back in mid-November. Career high 20 points against Salve Regina, 11 points against Emerson, 10 points against Smith. Missed layup, no good by Castleton. They've had opportunities, but they have not been able to convert lately. Part of a UMass-Dartmouth run. Mills, double teamed out to the corner. Baseline dribble, Oliver shovels. Oh, nice move underneath. That's good. Up and then off the glass by Jemima Joseph. That's just a great move down inside the low post right there by Joseph. Up and under, sneaking right past the defender. She's got 6. And a timeout taken on the floor in the first minute and 53 seconds here in the fourth quarter. It's taken on the floor by head coach Kathleen Payne of Castleton. 67-57, UMass-Dartmouth coming up big here in the fourth quarter of action as the Corsairs on a roll right now on a 6-zip start to the fourth quarter of action. Upcoming schedule looks like this for both of these teams. UMass-Dartmouth with a easier schedule upcoming, so a chance here to see if they can start to string together another winning streak. The Corsairs with win streaks of 5 straight and 4 straight before the loss on Thursday, looking to see if they can put together another big winning streak upcoming. 11-23 combined record for the next 3 opponents on their schedule. Tuesday, 4 p.m., UMass-Dartmouth hosting UMass-Boston. UMass-Boston record of 3-7 this season. Thursday, they'll be on the road for the Corsairs at the University of Southern Maine. Southern Maine, record of 2-1 in Little East Conference play, as they will build that up to another victory today, it looks like, over WestCon, as Southern Maine has a record currently of 5-7 this season. And then next Saturday, UMass-Dartmouth hosting WestCon, 1 p.m. WestCon winless still in conference play, tied for last place in the Little East alongside Eastern Connecticut State this season. Castleton upcoming schedule, they'll be back on Tuesday, 5 p.m. hosting Plymouth State. 5-3 record this season for Plymouth State. Castleton on the road at Eastern Connecticut State on Thursday at 5 p.m. And then next Saturday, 1 p.m. for Castleton hosting the University of Southern Maine. Back from the timeout, Castleton down by 10 now, their largest deficit. Bailey down low, scores with a left-handed layup. Liz Bailey been silent today. She's up to 6 points now in deep foul trouble with 4 personal fouls. Came into this game as the number 2 scorer behind Magro. Jumper misfired off the back rim, missed by Mills. 8-point game. Castleton hanging in. Once again, they just won't go away in this matchup. McKieran to the rim, scores up and in off the glass, good for 2. 4-zip run back from the timeout here for Castleton. And they have 0 bad losses this season, taking care of the games that they needed to win the most. 6 out of their 7 victories coming against teams with a losing record. Andrews been the star today. Drives, missed the shot. Some contact there, no call though on the floor. As we approach the 7-minute mark left to go. Elise Magro, 21 points with the basketball. Kicks out to the corner. Epler towards her right around the perimeter, dribbles up inside. Missed the shot off the glass. Joseph, great rebound and save right there at the baseline, going the opposite direction. The Corsairs have it. Headaway passes, cutter, backdoor, couldn't convert on the layup by Oliver. So a little out of control right there by Casey Oliver. Going up on the layup, we're down to 6:30 left to go. Defense propelling the Corsairs here in the fourth quarter. And a blocking foul picked up on the floor, charged to the Corsairs. 6-zip run to start off the fourth quarter for UMass-Dartmouth. It's now 6-4 in the fourth quarter box score. The points are really slowed down here in this fourth quarter. You can see the defensive intensity by UMass-Dartmouth here in this fourth quarter. 2 shots here at the free throw line for Castleton. First one's good by Skylar Nolan. Second free throw is good. So both of these teams now with 6 points each in the fourth quarter. 4-point game. Part of a 6-zip run by Castleton. Andrews turns the corner now, gives it off. Outside, here's a 3 off the catch, missed off the mark by Zalewski. As Zalewski wants it so bad out there on the floor, just hasn't had her game today. Just 4 points on 0 for 5 from the perimeter. Came into this game as a top 15 three-point shooter in the nation for Division III women's college basketball. Missed jumper right back by Castleton. Pettaway stopped at the elbow, takes the J, got it. It is good for 2 by Tia Pettaway. Big shot right there by Pettaway. Career high 20 points alongside 5 assists, 4 steals, and the victory over Salve Regina on November the 15th. Top of the free throw circle here with Bailey. Moves it down low. Another missed layup by Castleton by Epler. They're going to look back at the tape of this game, and a lot of easy misses for Castleton. Could be the difference maker. Backdoor layup missed by Zalewski as she hit the deck hard. Castleton quick up the floor, and they missed another layup in transition by Skylar Nolan. 6-point lead. Andrews had it poke loose, stole it away. Magro with a steal. She's been the player of the game for Castleton. Drills the 2. Keeping the Spartans in it with under 5 minutes left to go. Elise Magro up to 23. Her season high is 28 against Plattsburgh State. On November 18th, her career high, 32. Earlier this season against Norwich on November the 14th. For Elise Magro. 8 games with at least 20 points this season. Bang, bang. There's a big-time triple. Tia Pettaway rips through the 3. It's a 6-point Corsairs lead. Big-time shot with under 5 minutes left to go. And now Castleton looks to respond. They miss a 3 there by the Spartans. And Castleton just 2 for 10 right now from the perimeter. They don't shoot the 3 ball often. And now down by 2 possessions, will have to be forced to getting a lot more looks here in the final 4 minutes of action. UMass-Dartmouth today from the perimeter, 6 for 17 at 35% from the outside. Pettaway out to the corner. Looking for more points here by Andrews. Missed the layup though, and she was wondering about the foul call, but no whistle there by the referees. Bailey finds her teammate down low. Missed the layup, too strong off the glass by Adams. Multiple opportunities for Castleton in this game, but cannot convert down low. Zalewski got it. Finally, it is there. It's a 3 from the corner as she drills it for Kaylin Zalewski. 7 points now by Zalewski. Magro stays with a play. She scores up off the glass. It's good for 2. 25 points now by Magro, approaching 3 minutes left to go. UMass-Dartmouth with 3 timeouts remaining, 2 timeouts remaining by Castleton. A 3 from the corner. Off the rim, misfired by Mills. It's those 3s by the Corsairs, how they started to pull away, be the difference maker in this game. 7 made 3s by UMass-Dartmouth, just 2 today made by Castleton. Adams attacks the paint, and it rolls out of bounds. It will still stay Castleton basketball. We will have a timeout as well taken on the floor right here. 2:45 left to play in the 4th quarter. UMass-Dartmouth looking to improve for the number 32 ranked team in the nation in the D3Hoops.com poll and number 25 in the WBCA poll. Looking for their 10th win this season, looking to improve to 3-1 in Little East Conference play. 74-67 the score. Down to 2:45 left to go. We take the timeout on the floor as we'll be back in a couple moments on the LEC Network. Seven-point advantage here, their home floor for UMass-Dartmouth against Vermont State University. Castleton today to start off today's doubleheader for basketball action. Upcoming after this one, men's college basketball. UMass-Dartmouth taking on Castleton. Tip-off around 2 p.m. for that matchup. Castleton hanging in close throughout this game. Largest lead was by 10 for UMass-Dartmouth, with a couple times they led by 10. Castleton took a few leads every so often in this one. Elise Magro with 25 points. She is the game leader. Baseline dribble, tough pass inside the key as we get a loose ball here. Tie up on the floor. Possession arrow to the Corsairs. The defensive intensity in the fourth quarter really ramped up for UMass-Dartmouth, outscoring Castleton in the fourth 13-10. Castleton scored 25 points in the second, 20 points in the third. They were limited to 12 points in the first quarter. Right now, another defensive quarter going into the favor of the Corsairs. Andrews out to the wing, Zalewski. Zalewski with 7 points. Here's a jumper taken at the elbow, skipped around and out missed by Mills. For Castleton, they'll be looking back at this game and seeing that there were multiple chances, especially on in the third and fourth quarter, that they missed shots at the rim. At the wing, towards the left around the perimeter with Maggie McKieran. Her brother, Connor, plays in the Castleton men's basketball team. Magro, up and through, gets the layup, and there'll be a shot coming up at the free throw line as well. Liz Bailey records the assist. Both of those players, all conference selections from last season. Liz Bailey, 2023 Little East Conference second team selection, recording the assist. And Elise Magro, last season named to the first team of the Little East Conference. 2021 and 2023 Little East Conference first team selection, a second team selection in 2022, and she knocks down the free throw. 28 points, that's tied for her second most this season, alongside a 28-point game against Plattsburgh State. Her career high is 32 against Norwich University on November the 14th. Zalewski missed the layup. 4-point lead. Castleton still in this game right now. They've lost the previous 3 games by a combined 11 points for Castleton. Last time these two teams played, UMass-Dartmouth lost by 6. 2 chances right there. They couldn't put it back as Bailey was too strong off the glass. And they lost it. A steal. Pettaway turned it over, and a layup. It is good by Magro. Elise Magro, 30 points, second highest point total this season, alongside her 4th steal just a moment ago. Final minute remaining. Corsairs with possession. Zalewski off to Whiteside. Double-double for Whiteside today. Handoff goes to Mills. Around the perimeter, Pettaway. Shot clock down to 10. Pettaway drives downhill right to the rim. She scores up and in. Off the backboard, Tia Pettaway. Another big shot right there at the rim. Puts the Corsairs up by 4. Under 40 seconds left to go. Castleton looking for urgency. Bailey guarded by Whiteside. Turnaround. Over the rim, no good. Strong defense right there by Carly Whiteside. UMass-Dartmouth lost it though. Magro off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Zalewski. And a timeout taken on the floor by UMass-Dartmouth with 22.5 seconds remaining. Wow. The turnovers today have really haunted UMass-Dartmouth. They got lucky right there, though. Elise Magro missed it wide right on a shot inside. A very rare miss because today she has had an excellent game on 14 for 25 shooting by Magro. 30 total points, the top scorer in the game. $18 turnovers today for UMass-Dartmouth, 12 by Castleton. Struggling to settle down with the basketball, and lucky break they got right there. 4-point lead for the Corsairs. As it will be UMass-Dartmouth basketball coming up off the inbound upcoming. What a game between these two teams. Props to Castleton for keeping this one close and competitive. 9 players on the roster for Castleton. 7 of those players out of Vermont, 1 each from Maine and New York. Out of the region, and keeping this game very, very close against a team that's receiving votes and ranked at number 25 in the WBCA poll. It's a foul given by Castleton. It's going to be Corsairs basketball here. Inbound goes to Whiteside. Around the perimeter. And have to give one here, they do, with 16.5 by Castleton. That's their second, though. So a little while till they get to the bonus right now. Both of these teams with 2 personal fouls each, so UMass-Dartmouth once again will get the inbound far side of the floor. And Castleton will have to give 3 more personal fouls to reach 5. A lot of time going off the clock. Down to 14.2, they give their third. Petaway will be the inbound passer. 73.7% this season at the free throw line. Looking for Zalewski. Gets it into Zalewski. A lot of time still going off the clock. Magro will finally give the foul with 9.9. So one more, it will put the Corsairs at the free throw line. For Zalewski, she's shooting around 71% this season at the free throw line if they do elect to give it to her. So they will go to Whiteside. Whiteside fouled at the corner down to 8.5. So Carly Whiteside, double-double today. And this is the exact player that you want to put the ball in the hands of when it comes down to free throws. Whiteside entered this week, top 40 in the nation, second in the Little East, 26 of 30 at the free throw line this season at 86.7%. Whiteside today picked up her 4th double-double of the season, 17 points, 11 rebounds currently. First one's no good, though. That's a rare miss there by Whiteside this season. She'll have a second one here. And the free throw's good. 5-point lead by the Corsairs. Timeout taken on the floor by Castleton. 77-72 the score, 8.5 seconds left to go. Close and competitive battle to start off today's first game on the 2, part of a doubleheader here for Little East Conference play between UMass-Dartmouth hosting Castleton. Both of these teams will see each other up on the schedule again early February. February 3rd, UMass-Dartmouth will travel to Castleton. It will take on the Spartans as the Corsairs will make it 11 straight victories in a row over the Spartans. Castleton, their lone victory in the all-time series came back in 2013 in the first meeting, 70-62, as UMass-Dartmouth will improve to 11-1, barring a miracle here against Castleton in today's 12th all-time meeting. Elise Magro really gave it her all on the floor today. 30 points by Magro. That was on 14 for 25 shooting. The top rebounder as well with 8 rebounds, 4 steals. 12 points by Stacia Epler. 10 points by Ariana Coombs, all in the first half. Tasia Andrews, the top scorer today. 21 points for Andrews and 8 for 13 shooting. Carly Whiteside, 18 points, 11 rebounds. Amaris Mills in double figures. Mills led the way in 3-point shooting. 3 for 7 from the perimeter today. 11 points by Mills. And 8 points by Tia Petaway. Castleton, 8.5 seconds left to go. They trail by 5. They inbound it to the corner. Magro. Oh, big rejection right there by Andrews as she blocks the shot by Magro. And Castleton out of bounds with a basketball. As Adams came down with it, she was out of bounds. Tasia Andrews, the player of the game, blocks the corner 3 by Magro. Timeout on the floor, 5.7 seconds left to go. We'll be back in a couple moments on the LEC Network. (77-72). UMass-Dartmouth leads in the final 5.7 seconds here against Castleton. The Corsairs looking to see if they can start to put together another winning streak. 5 straight victories, their longest winning streak earlier on this season. They had a 4-game winning streak until it was snapped on Thursday, and they'll pick up a victory here, and they will improve to a record of 10-2 this season. For UMass-Dartmouth, the number 32 ranked team in the D3Hoops.com poll, number 25 in the Women's Basketball Coaches Association poll, as the Corsairs win. Final score, UMass-Dartmouth 77, Castleton 72. 10-2 record now for UMass-Dartmouth. They improve to 3-1 in Little East Conference play. Castleton drops to 7-6 overall this season, 1-3 in the Little East, as they've lost 2 straight games now for the Spartans. Tasia Andrews, top player today for UMass-Dartmouth, 21 points. Carly Whiteside, their 4th double-double this season, 18 points, 11 rebounds, 11 points by Amaris Mills, 8 points by Tia Petaway, 7 points by Kaylin Zalewski. For Castleton, Elise Magro led the way. She had a game-high 30 points, 14 for 25 shooting. Stasia Epler with 12 points, and Ariana Coombs with 10 points. We wrap up at the Tripp Athletic Center as UMass-Dartmouth wins 77-72 over Castleton. Join us back around 2 p.m. for tip-off. It will be men's college basketball action. UMass-Dartmouth hosting Castleton. I'll be back on the call. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in. Sal Lopez on the call today on the LEC Network. Signing off as UMass-Dartmouth wins over Castleton 77-72, the final score.